Hello my friends and welcome, my name is Dennis and this is the latest update on Ukraine, and here we have the historic moment. President Zelensky is in a White House. It's not the first time Zelensky visited that particular building. He was there around 2 years ago, but now it's totally different. And President Zelensky went to United States just from Bakhmut, so he carried out a special letter from Ukrainian soldiers who is the captain of the HIMARS system, and he presented it to Joe Biden, the president of United States, and kind of touching moment showing the relations between Ukrainian leader and United States. And United States obviously is very supportive, the most, I would say, supportive country in terms of providing the military help to Ukraine. It is a great visit, not just because they will speak with each other, but also United States increased the military help to Ukraine. So it's like a second stage, the second phase of the war in Ukraine, where we need more precise and more long-range weaponry for our army. So Patriots already agreed by United States officials to be delivered to Ukraine with the next transfer, and my friends, it's just a beginning. In future you will see ATACMS rockets, Leopard tanks in Ukraine, and maybe Abrams. Germany refused to give the Patriot systems to Ukraine. That is why we need to have the long logistics from the United States to have those systems. Actually, I expected that Germany would give us the Patriots and they will have new systems from United States. But they gave 3 units to Poland. That is why they say that they are in lack of systems to protect Germany, and it's quite understandable. So how many of those Patriot system units will Ukrainian army have in the future? I think for the first transfer we'll have 3 of the units, and in future we'll have more. This system is more effective compared to the S-300 because there were some of the modernizations of the Patriot systems, and I hope that we'll have the latest modification of it. Also, I had the comments under my videos that those systems will be just destroyed by the Russian rockets. No, my friends, they were not able even to destroy the single HIMARS unit, not speaking about the air defense systems, and we already have NASAMS RST from the Germany side, so those are still okay and they are functioning absolutely great in Ukrainian army. The score of the RST and NASAMS is fantastic, up to 100%. 10 of 10 Russian rockets been hit with those systems, and I think the same will go for Patriot. So by the time I'm recording this video, President Biden and President Zelensky went in a closed room for the secret talk between each other, and after it Zelensky will attend a Congress building. And this video was filmed today near to Moscow on empty winter fields, and just eyewitness spotted the air defense systems that were deployed near to the Russian capital city. Those looks like Tor or maybe Buk systems, but could be also the radars for the S-300s. British intelligence says that the urban fighting for the Russian Wagner soldiers went completely terrible, and they were not able to enter the residential areas and to secure their positions over there. That's why Ukrainian army counterattacked from the city and thrown Wagner soldiers to the city suburbs. Since Russia captured Lysychansk and Severodonetsk, there were no any kind of big achievements for the Russian army. This is the Russian K-52 attack helicopter that Russia shot down themselves accidentally, firing the air defense rocket. The crew survived, as you can see they evacuated. However, could be that they sustained some of the injuries. The helicopter sustained dramatic damage. And yes, my friends, there is the friendly fire, not just in Russian army, but I know not just a single case, but many cases. Then the Ukrainian army shot down their own airplanes and helicopters, unfortunately. Yes, I may speak about it. Especially at the very beginning, and then Russia used their aviation across Ukraine, and it was hard for our defenders to identify the proper targets. Russia continued to build the defense lines on their territory. We can clearly see it from the satellite images, and they're really afraid that the Ukrainian army may go and take Russia's territory. And as I said to you on my Telegram channel, with the visit of the President Zelensky to United States of America, we should expect the new unique military help to Ukraine. And it happened. We have the huge list for $1.8 billion that Pentagon will give to Ukraine. We will receive not the money, but military units. Again, HARM rockets, HIMARS rockets, new bombs. I will tell you about it a little bit later. And the Patriot systems, obviously, new vehicles, new weaponry, and many other stuff. Oh, sorry, Zelensky flown from Poland to United States. I thought he was flying from Germany. My mistake. For 737, it's a long flight, so I think extra fuel tanks are installed on that airplane. And today, Putin decided to gather his military on some sort of the conference. 15,000 military commanders took place in that stuff. Not physically, but online conference was used for that, and they were speaking about Ukraine. He said again that Ukrainians are brothers to Russia. Why in that case they bomb us? I don't understand. Putin's puppet and ex-Russian President Medvedev attended China today. I think it was the sign for the Western world that they have close relations with their ally. At the same day, then President Zelensky visited United States. And Ukrainian officials during their visit to United States will ask the military help providing ATACMS rockets. The militarization degree of the Russian society went completely turbo. So this is the elementary school. You can see those young kids wearing uniform with Russian flags, with those Z symbols for young kids. It's totally turbo. It's completely unnatural for human beings. And here you can see the comparison with Nazi Germany and Russia. No big difference. I have already published the comparison of Ukrainian army versus Russian. It's available on my Telegram channel. My friends, don't forget to check out the link for it. It's in a video description below. Subscribe for me over there because I update the current information on my Telegram on a daily basis, and there you also may react with different emojis and also put your comments. Sometimes then I have time, I read them out. My friends, here the comparison shows that Russia is losing their forces and Ukraine is gaining its military. Still, Russia has priority in the infantry vehicles, tanks, but they had many more tanks before the invasion, and Ukraine actually gained more tanks during this war, and I hope then we'll receive even more with military supplies from our allies. And Russia has enormously huge amount of the air defense systems and aviation compared to Ukraine. It's the weakest spot for our army. But the dynamic is interesting. For example, if we speak about the soldiers, let me zoom in. I just hope that you can see it. So the number of the soldiers, the blue line is Ukraine, the brown one is Russia. So as you can see, they have enormously huge losses, and they announced the mobilization, and they have the rise in the number of the soldiers, and Ukraine continuously mobilize their soldiers. That is why we also see the increasement of Ukrainian forces, but there was the drop, as you can see, in May. Then Ukrainian army also got some of the losses. The situation with tanks is much worse for Russia, but still they have more tanks compared to Ukraine. Ukraine actually was able to capture many of the Russian tanks in September and also late summer. Now you can see that the quantity of Ukrainian tanks is stabilized. Russia continued to lose them, but for the counterattacks from Ukrainian side, we need more tanks. That is why we're waiting for the Leopard 2. Right, guys, about the JDAM bombs that will be delivered to Ukraine by United States, maybe not just bombs, but mainly the tail part and this part to put them under the Soviet-made airplanes that we have in our army. So what do they do? Basically, it's the kit to convert the simple bomb into the controlled one, which increases the precision. The basic model goes with the GPS receiver, and it's the free-falling bomb, but with the help of the tail part that is controllable, so you may maneuver with those airfoils. The bomb may fly 40 kilometers long if it would be launched from the 12 kilometers of the altitude, and there are different modifications as always. For example, this is JDAM ER, which means, I think, extended range. It's also a free-falling bomb but with wings, and it's like the cruise missile but without the engine. That one may cover around 80 kilometers of the range. This one is also equipped with the laser aiming system and inertial reference unit. Obviously, you have the GPS in this kit as well. And as for me, still I don't know what kit will Ukrainian army get, the long range or standard one. Those bombs look like that, and also I'm in a doubt whether those fittings kits are suitable for the Soviet-made bombs which we have in our arsenal, or maybe United States will provide us with their bombs. I think those are standard NK bombs that United States continue to use for a very long time. But still, it's awesome weaponry, and it's almost impossible to shut down the bomb in the skies because it's free falling, it doesn't have the engine, and it doesn't have the thermal trace, so manpads cannot be used to target the bomb as the cruise missile. Can it be used for the Kerch Bridge? Yes, obviously, but for that you need to have the superiority in the skies, because as I said to you, the range is not that huge, so you need to drop the bomb over the area almost, and the area is controlled by the Russian air defense systems. Basically, they may shut down the airplanes on their way to the Kerch Bridge. That is why it will not be used for that purpose. But as for the frontline aviation, those bombs are superb. There is the information that President Zelensky may visit United Kingdom, France and Germany on the way back, but this information have not been confirmed yet. My friends, as for the front lines, there is no a big change, but we have interesting news that one of the restaurants in Donetsk was under attack, and the local governors got injured and some of them got killed. The representative of the self-proclaimed parliament of the DPR is in hospital, and it basically shows how our intelligence works together with army. Other than that, my friends, no new updates, but I'm gonna keep you updated on situation in Ukraine. Now, if you want to support the channel, just press the like button, it helps me a lot. Also, if you want to support this channel financially, there are some links in a video description just below. You may support me on Patreon, PayPal or Donatella, whichever is more convenient for you. My friends, thank you so much for your kind support, and I wish you all a peaceful sky wherever you are. Have a great time.